Today's topic is change, and the reason for that is because change is unavoidable in life. We know things are going to change, things are always changing. Change is a natural part of life, but it's also, the part of life that's hard for people to accept and deal with and move on from in some cases. So I wanted to talk about change today just because it's so important, just because we know it's always coming. So this video will hopefully, equip you to be better, ready for change, and hopefully you'll be able to benefit from change, create change that's positive for your life. Hey guys, what's going on? Just wanted to talk to you quickly today about change and the 4 elements of change. So once you understand these 4 elements, and I can give you an example of how you can apply those into your life, I think you'll be better off. So the reason you're so uncomfortable is because humans are creatures of habit. We like routines, we like habits, we like to know what's going on, we like to be in control. With change, a lot of that is out of our control. And the reason I want to talk about change is kind of what I alluded to earlier, is that the fact that it's unavoidable. So you know it's coming, you know it's going to happen. So this video will hopefully put you in a mindset, in the right position to overcome change, to benefit from change, and even be, the force behind change in your life. So with these 4 elements, I'm going to take you through these 4 elements, tell you why you should know them, why you should care, and how to apply them to your life. So the 4 elements of change. Element number 1 is awareness. So the start of any realization or consequential change begins with awareness. So noticing the world and you and where you fit into the world. So knowledge or perception of a situation or fact gives you the power to create and control change, but also the clarity and strength to withstand toughest changes in your life. So eventually, hopefully quickly, you're adapting and evolving into the new reality, whatever the change brings about to your life. So awareness is the first element of change. Without awareness, without knowing what's going on, without seeing what's happening, you're lost and destined for failure when change comes, which we know is coming. So the first element is awareness. You got to be aware. You got to know what's going on. You have to acknowledge the change. You have to see it coming to be able to do anything. So awareness is element number 1. Element number 2 is understanding. So you're aware of it. The second element is understanding. What does it mean? What does it mean for you? What does it mean for your life? So by being truly sympathetic and aware of your feelings and the feelings of others, you will comprehend the situation with a higher level of clarity. So to understand is not to agree, only to acknowledge and, keep moving in life. So to understand the change is to accept that change is constant, and unless you learn to play by change's rules, it's likely you're going to lose. So understanding happens within, it's confirmation that you're balanced and you're ready to meet change, not so much as a foe, but as a friend, something you're ready for and excited for. The reason why the things we don't understand, we resent them because we can't control them. We're at their mercy. We can't control them. We do not understand, we resent and we fear because we have no control over it. In other words, the resentment comes from our inability to control or overpower the situation. We're not, controlling it. We're at its mercy. So by understanding the source of change and understanding your options, or either accepting or rejecting the change, you put yourself in a position to benefit from the inevitable change, position of understanding and, evaluating your life and your responses. The third element of change after awareness and understanding is disassociation. So to accept and benefit from any changes, you'll undoubtedly need to disassociate from the area of change. So new will replace the old. To truly experience any change, you're gonna have to remove yourself from some things, or you'll be forced to be removed from some things. So by removing yourself from the old school of thought or the old environment or the old people, you'll make way for the new routines, the new habits, the new behaviors. So by disconnecting, you allow change to settle and become the new reality. So you're letting go, you're disassociating, and you're actively working to build a present moment that serves you. So disconnect from your need to have a stagnant state of being, to be comfortable. Change is your friend. Change is your opportunity for greatness. Element number 4, after disassociation, is reconditioning. So once a new standard has been set, the period of time that follows is largely you trying to work through this new reality. So the newness will take time, obviously, to come to terms with things, and you'll need to, overhaul systematic behavioral approaches to things because you're on a new program. So change is going to bring about new thoughts, new experiences, and to condition your mind, repetition is needed. And equally important is to realize the change and deciding to be on the productive side of it instead of being victimized by change, which I think a lot of people do. They kind of play the victim in terms of change, which just isn't a good thing to do because change is so common. And all those 4 elements into perspective, I wrote up a quick example for you guys. So this case study is the 4 elements of change and how it works. So our example is a relationship. So that could be a friend, family, it could be intimate relationship, it could be a business relationship. So here's a scenario. So that relationship begins to deteriorate for whatever reason. Lack of communication, unwillingness to compromise on their part, difference in opinion, betrayal, or just life. Life happens, we know that. So change is needed and it's coming. So you begin to realize that change is needed and that the relationship, again, whatever type it is, friend, family, whatever, the relationship is going to change. So the first element is awareness. So realizing that deteriorating structure and wanting to get yourself out from under it before it inevitably collapses. So the second element of change is understanding. So realizing the relationship is detrimental to your mental health and understanding why and how. Without understanding the need for change, this will leave you in a whole lot of unpleasant situations. So you've realized the relationship is not something you want to be a part of. You're aware, you understand why and how. So the third element is disassociation, which is the element that gets the most attention and hype, I feel like, in situations like. The reason for that is it's because it's emotionally charged, and it's the most emotionally charged element in these 4 elements of change. So disassociation can be messy, obviously, but it doesn't need to be. I think people just let their emotions get a hold of themselves. So disassociate by removing yourself from that situation entirely. Leave no bridges, leave no olive branches or life preservers for them for now. Then comes reconditioning, which is the 4th element. So recondition yourself to not need or rely on the person or what they provided for or to you. To recondition yourself to not need what the other person gave to you, that'll take time and patience. Also, don't compulsively act based on emotions. So recondition by providing yourself whatever the other person provided for you, or find a replacement to provide that for you. So that's the 4 elements of change. Definitely ask me any questions you have on that. Change is coming, change is being, change is life.